Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Gittin page 56, which tells us the reason why Jerusalem and the Holy Temple were destroyed was based on a famous story called Kamtza bar Kamtza. That there was a man who had a very dear friend, and his name was Kamtza, and he was invited to a party, or at least he wanted to invite his friend to a party. He sent a messenger to invite his friend. However, instead of inviting Kamtza, this messenger made a mistake, and he instead invited Bar Kamtza. The problem was that this person did not like Bar Kamtza at all. Now, Bar Kamtza may have been surprised, but he said, you know what? Maybe he's changed, and the fact that he's inviting me to his party, so now I'm going to go. All of a sudden, this person, the host of the party, saw him, and he said, "What are you doing here? You have no business being here. I don't like you. Get out." So because he was humiliated, he said, I understand you didn't want to invite me. I thought you did. But now that I'm here, at least let me pay for my own meal. So this way it won't cost you anything. And he said, "No, get out." So he said, "Well, I'll pay for half of this entire feast." He said, "No, that's not enough." So what if I pay for the entire thing? I'll pay for everything. Just don't embarrass me. Don't throw me out. No, he threw him out. Now, interestingly enough, when a person analyzes the story, one would think, who was the person who made the mistake? On one hand, you would say, certainly the person who threw this party. His behavior was atrocious. He could have just let him stay, big deal. Or the person who sent the wrong message. He ended up inviting the wrong guy. He caused the problem because he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't do his job. But on this, the Talmud says, that was not the reason why Bar Kamtza was upset. He wasn't even upset at the host. He said that there were other people that were there, including great sages, and they watched this entire thing unfold, and they said nothing. And the fact that they sat there and watched everything and said nothing and did nothing, therefore it showed that they probably agreed to this man, and therefore I'm going to go to the Caesar, and I'm going to end up spreading rumors that the Jewish people don't like the Romans, and ultimately because of that, the temple ended up becoming destroyed by Vespasian, and Titus ended up destroying the temple, as it's also discussed at great length on this page. We see from here an unbelievable idea. The great temple is destroyed because of not just embarrassing someone, but seeing someone else being humiliated. Seeing someone being embarrassed and you saying nothing is just as bad, if not worse, sometimes. So when it comes to school, I tell my students, of course, bullying is absolutely unacceptable. But if you would ever see bullying, even though you're not the one involved, you can say, you know what, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to cause any problems. I'm just going to sit back and do nothing. So you're actually part of the problem. It's necessary that if you see that there's something wrong, you can't sit back and do nothing, because sitting back and showing apathy actually shows on some level that you're agreeing to all the negativity that's around you. We can make a difference, but we need to speak up. And by speaking up, not only would we end up having not embarrassed this person, but then we also would never have lost the temple.